This is Dodgers 2080, and today we're going to talk about Reynaldo Yean, who goes by on Instagram as El Monstro Negro. I met him at spring training a few weeks ago. People were talking about him, and I just missed him throwing, so I didn't catch any video of him. So the video that you'll see will be something that Reynaldo provided me, so I appreciate that, and thank you to Reynaldo also for responding to some questions of mine. Thank you to my translating staff on Dodgers 2080 for working with me to get some good translations. It is possible to Google Translate, but I wanted it to be, for these questions to be as clear as possible. So Google Translate's good, I guess does a good job, but I guess it's also not very perfect, and thanks to my guys, Trinidad and Alex. And by the way, they will be doing some interviews this year. They will be all in Spanish. And so that's the comfort level. It's actually the best way that those interviews get conducted. So back to Reynaldo. I met him spring training after he'd finished pretty recently throwing a bit. He came out. I asked him just for a couple pictures because I had heard good things about him. Started looking at what I could find on him. Found out he threw very, very hard. He's a big kid. He's only 19. It's amazing. He's from the Dominican Republic. The Dodgers signed him January 2021. I think that is going to turn out to be quite the international signing time, as we had Jesus Galiz, but Wilman Diaz also there, who I'm going to do a segment on him pretty soon. He's dropped down a lot of rankings, but there's some really good bright side to what's going on with him now. And so with Reynaldo, I asked him just a few questions. Just kind of some basics. I asked him, when you were growing up, what positions did you play? And he said he started playing baseball around the age of 10, and that played a lot of third base. Said his favorite player growing up was Miguel Sano. He was with the Twins. I can't remember who he's with right now. And then last year he made his debut in Arizona in their league during the summer after being in the DSL. They went to the ACL, which was Arizona Cactus League, and he pitched 3 games there, and that was his first time in the United States. And so now, he's in spring training for the first time also, full-time spring training. And so, he's, getting used to some things in the U.S. I asked him about his Instagram handle, El Monstro Negro, and he likes the nickname. He likes being called the Monster. So that's where the title comes from. And, maybe we'll see, because I did ask him how hard he throws, and he does throw 101, and again, he's 19. So between him and Jake Polarski, 2 players that we're going to make you familiar with, that's 202 miles an hour at least, between the 2 of them. Throwing a few other guys like Ronan Kopp and Madison Jeffrey. We got some hard throwers coming up, and there's more. There's plenty more coming that throw really hard. And we got a lot of good pitchers coming up. And so I also asked him, just some simple little things about, what are his other pitches that he likes to throw. He likes to throw a slider and a changeup. That's good. So that's 3 pitches he's working towards. I mean, he's got the fastball already, and he's developing the slider and changeup. Typical Dodger, it seems like these days, getting more guys throwing changeup. They must have some good teachers in there because, Gavin Stone goes from not even throwing a changeup hardly to having one of the best in probably even in baseball, along with, them helping Ryan Pepio, who Ryan actually developed his changeup on his own. And by the way, congratulations to Ryan Pepio getting named the 5th starter. And I guess Andre Jackson also looks like he's making the roster. So congratulations to both of them, along with James Outman and Miguel Vargas. That's 4 Dodger rookie prospects that are on the opening day roster. I expect Andre will be there long enough, though he won't be a prospect much longer. But he's still eligible for Rookie of the Year, and you never know what may happen with that. And then also, I asked him, what are some things that Reynaldo is working on? And he is working on, trying to, work the strike zone a bit more, which is typical for young pitchers. They just want to keep getting better and better at that. We know the Dodgers really are emphasizing working on getting the fastballs going, working on the pitch mix, and then it seems like the last thing that comes around, or at least that they seem to really start focusing on, is the command. And then the last question I asked him is, what do you like to do, when you're not at the baseball field? And like a lot of players, he speaks with his mother and his friends, and watches a lot of movies. You go to the ball field, all day. It's kind of a long day. Then you're done, and they're tired. It's some days they have it pretty easy, but other days they don't. And sometimes they just want to relax and empty their minds a bit. So what's the future? And he did finish the year in the ACL. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't start the season in the ACL just because of his age. He's 19. He didn't turn 20. I think it was till January, I think it was. So he's a young one. And so he could start the ACL, but he will. I can almost guarantee, I'll put money on it, that he's going to be at Rancho sometime during the year, probably earlier than later. He looks like he'll be fun. I'm excited to cover him. Maybe when he's in Rancho, we can have Alex or Trinidad actually interview him in Spanish, and be able to get some cool content and just get to know him better. Again, really cool of him to answer my questions. It was quick too. Instagram's pretty darn cool. So Rancho Cucamonga Quakes pitching coach Ramon Troncoso, former Dodger. He actually pitched in the major leagues for the Dodgers for a while. Was able to provide me a little bit of information about Reynaldo. He says Yean possesses a powerful fastball over 100 miles an hour. He can be one of the most powerful relievers in the game. Great competitor who's willing to learn and do anything that can make him better. Doesn't believe in short path and always wants to do everything right. He's just the type of player that you want to have in your team because he's also a great teammate. So thank you, Ramon, for giving me those words, and I'll be obviously passing it on to the fans. And it just shows that the Dodgers collect these types of players, great competitors, people that are willing to learn, and great teammates. So again, thanks, Ramon. The next thing I think I might consider doing is going over the Dodgers Digest Top 33. I talked about that on the Dodgers Prospects podcast, just about what's next. So I think I might consider doing that live this weekend. Depends on the schedule. I'm hoping to get media passes, to some games this next week or so. And I could do it tomorrow night. We'll see. But I definitely want to get that out. I think the Dodgers Digest list is fantastic. And Dustin Nosler and Jay Thomas. Josh. Sorry, it's not Jay Thomas. That's the former DJ. Josh Thomas. They do great work on those prospects. And so I'm looking forward to going through that a little bit more with y'all. So I might do that live. We'll see. And then, Sunday night, the Dodgers play the Angels at Dodger Stadium. Hoping for a media pass for that one. And I'm going to guess Could be Gavin Stone gets a start, but I think Pepio will probably start on Tuesday against the Angels in Anaheim. So anytime there's a Dodger rookie pitcher, especially starting, I'm going to try to get there at least a few times. And then, covering, Miguel Vargas and James Outman, hopefully getting a lot of playing time this year. So appreciate y'all. We will see you soon talking about Dodgers Digest, and I got a few other players in the hopper that we'll want to talk about. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. Well, like they say, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, all that good stuff, and share. That's it. So again, appreciate y'all and any people that are continue watching and spreading the word. Thank you very much.